A very good morning, one and all. Welcome back. We are live from the Biomass Oval as the bilateral series between Malaysia women and Nepal women continues. Game 2 of the 5 T20Is that we have. In the first game, Malaysia getting that win by three runs as they have started their series with a big win for them. It's turning out to be a good start to this first game. 5 games in total. Second game live from the Biomass Oval. And for that, we've got Shahidur there in the center with the two skippers for the all-important flip of the coin battle.
A very good morning, everyone. We are here at the Biomass Oval once again. This is match 2 between Malaysia and Nepal. So I'm here at the pitch for the toss with the two captains, Winifred from Malaysia and Indu Burma from Nepal, alongside our match referee, Mr. Suresh Singh. So we'll head straight into the toss.
Head.
And it's heads. Indu?
Ball first.
Any reasons for that?
I think the outfield, the wicket is more favorable for our bowler as well. So the outfield also a bit of heavier. So I think our bowler will execute to restrict them. I think below 100. So we are ready for ball.
Okay, and any changes in your 11 from the last game?
I think there's two changes. Rajmati and Sita out. Rasina and Kabuijin.
And I'm pretty sure you're pretty pumped up for this game to level it up.
Definitely yes, because we want to win game to secure our spot. That's why we want a win.
Good luck for the game.
Thank you so much.
Winning? So you'll be batting first. Any thoughts on that?
Like now you can see the sun is out. So I think by the time we come in, it'll be a good pitch to bat on because looking flat and good. So we were ready for both actually.
Okay, so a good toss to lose, in fact. So what sort of a total will you be looking for?
I think above 100 would be a good total on this pitch. And also the outfield, I think it'll be looking a bit slower. So batters have to work more harder to get the runs. And because of the weather yesterday. So I think, but our batters are ready to go for it.
Any changes in your 11?
Yeah, we got two changes where Amalin and Ariana coming in, Izatul and another one out. So
It's okay.
it's okay.
Okay, so good luck for the game. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. So the news from out here, Nepal won the toss and they will be bowling first.
Nepal's pick win the toss. She has decided to go for a bowl first. Malaysia will be looking to put up anything over 100, 120. Previous game also they batted first, put up a good score. Couple of changes in both the lineups. It's a nice bright day here. The Biomass Oval in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. A beautiful country. To start the proceedings. Good to see Kavita Kuvar back in action. Citing a slight injury there at the YSD Malaysian Superwomen Series, but she's back, completely fit and up for running. She's going to start with the new ball from the Negara end. What a start to the series it has been for Malaysia. Starting off with a win. You take the lead in the series. It's always the better things to do. Start with a win. Put the opposition party a little stress early on. She's got a slip in as well. It's going to be interesting. Got the two openers from Malaysia there in the center. Tanya is at the non-strikers end. Here comes the first delivery. Wrapping her on the pads will be the first runs on the board. That will be leg by signal there. And it's also the right time to introduce my co-commentator. Very dynamic Shahidur, who was there at the toss with a bright smile. Welcome to the Combox. A very good morning.
Thank you, Harman, and a very good morning to everyone who have joined us in. Yes, it will be very interesting today, especially Malaysia having that lead 1-0 into the series. And straight away, you can see they have experimented. They have sent in Noor Dania as an opener, replacing Juan Julia.
It's a good shot, but unable to find any gap. You've got a packed offside field spread just outside off the length. As you mentioned, I think it's a good call. Sending in Noor Danish. She's very confident as a batter. Last game we saw her getting those late finishing done.
Yes, absolutely. And I think she was the player of the match in the first game as well. So, with that confidence coming into the game, it will help her during her batting as well.
Allowed appeal. Still going for the appeal, the bowler there, Kabita. She felt that she's got the first wicket. Not out, says the umpire.
Well, I'm glad to see Kavita back into the side because she is that bowler that brings in the X factor. Definitely the quickest of the lot.
And not only for her bowling, but she's also known for her batting. She's a very attacking batter. Generally comes in to open the innings. And the wicket comes in, trapped right in front of the stumps. So the experiment to send Noor Dania as an opener hasn't really worked for Malaysia. And Kabita Kuwa starts with a wicket there, just on the leg stump. And the finger goes up. And Malaysia are one for the loss of one.
Well, that was a tight call there. Pitching on the middle and going into the right hander. Could have just clipped the leg stump. But yes, a brave call there. Malaysia under some pressure straight away. Well, the trick for them didn't work as Noor Dania departs without troubling the scorers. 1 for 1.
Yeah, not the ideal start, as you would reckon. It's going to be the skipper walking out. Winifred wouldn't have expected to come out that early. Just the 4 deliveries into the contest. You've lost that 1 wicket.
Well, Harman, that's exactly what I was talking about. With that extra pace, she can really hurry the batter. And with the ball slightly moving into it, I think she is always amongst the wickets if she bowl at the right area. So good start here for Nepal and Kavita Kumar.
Kabita, she's got the knack of picking up wickets with the new ball. And so does Pooja Mahato, one who's been performing for them from several years, playing junior cricket, to talk about her being in the senior side as well. Led the under 19 team, which played the World Cup on this very ground as well. The ICC Women's Under 19 World Cup that was hosted by Malaysia early this year. The BAYUEMAS Oval was the proud host for the finals as well. This ground has always been at the top list, I would say, one of the scenic grounds, very good view from the com box as well. It's going to be a wide. Winifred won't mind that.
Yes, I think it's very important for Malaysia to just hang in there and see off the new ball, especially when Kavita is bowling, because there's a hint of movement that we have seen in this over so far. But yes, the track looks very good to bat on. It's flat, dried out, and plenty of runs on offer, but you need to play the right shots.
Rightly mentioned, the sun has beaten down quite well on that wicket. It's a flat track, but there's a lot of movement as well. So the Pacers will be assisted with that. Just push back to the bowler, another dot delivery.
Again, that hint of movement. This time it was going away from the right hander in the air. So she's mixing it up pretty well, Kavita. I hope she had a good break. Played a lot of cricket in Sarawak earlier.
Last ball of the over. That's just the widest length. On the leg side, trickled away. Will be a couple of runs at least. Wait for the umpire's signal. Leg by signal there. 4 of the first over plus the wicket as well at the end of that first.
And no surprises there as Pooja Mahato takes the ball in her hands. And I think it's a good choice from the captain as well. She was instrumental with the new ball in the first game, very tight with the line and length, and also played that crucial role while batting for Nepal as well. So complete all-rounder, Pooja Mahato, a good asset to have.
She's that kind of a player that every team wants in that lineup. Perfect all-rounder, can bat, can bowl, gun of a fielder as well.
Well, Harman, when we are talking about perfect all-rounders, we have one from Malaysia as well, who's on strike right now, Aina Hamiza, who bowled that amazing last over in the first game, defending just 7 runs, and she did brilliantly well and contributed with the bat as well. Another very good player, very good all-rounder.
I completely agree. Defending 7 in the last over, there's a lot of pressure as well. That's a loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire.
Well, again, I think the batters are playing it a bit late. They're not expecting the ball to hurry on to them, so that extra pace. And on a flat wicket like this, if you pitch the ball on the shiny side, it will just skid off the track.
And also, there's a lot of movement as well for the new bowlers. Straight on. That inside edge didn't get onto the stumps. Very lucky, but there's a lot of swing. You can see she's been swinging it in, and she also knows how to trap a batter. You see that she'll try to bowl a couple of deliveries in swinging, and then she can get that moving away from the batter.
Yes, that ball was pitched in from around the 5th stump and almost coming on the middle stump. That's a long way that it traveled. So not easy for the batters.
Completely agree on that. That's a good stroke. Straight towards the fielder. No runs there still.
Well, the Malaysian batters, Aina Hamiza, Winifred, they both got good starts in the last game. Slightly slow when it comes to strike rate. That's something that they can work on. But definitely they are one of the players to watch out for. And Malaysia will need their services to get to a total of 100 or above.
It's a good looking shot on the onside. Although protection there, just a single. Yeah, they need at least 110, 120. As Nepal are going to come out on their A game today. The previous game, I think they took it a little lightly in the middle phase where they thought that it's going on easy, but it was an incredible comeback from the bowlers of Malaysia.
Decent over so far. 5th ball coming up.
Back to the bowler. Another dot delivery. Sun's out. It's a nice hot day out here. Yesterday there was a lot of rain. Throughout the half of the day we saw continuous rain there. Last ball. And it's going to be a wide. She's have to re-bowl that one.
Well, this could be a very close game as well. If Malaysia can get to 100, I think they have the bowlers to back it up. But at the same time, we also know that Nepal have left out Sita Ranamagar. That could be a very crucial point as well. So they might have some changes in the top order today.
Off the back foot, straight towards covers. Will be a dot ball to finish it off. Another tidy over. Just a couple of runs. 2 overs gone. It's 6 for the loss of 1.
Well, surprise, just after 1 over, we have a change in the bowling. Well, Kavita has been taken out of the attack. Probably they want her to bowl at the death. And in comes the spinner, Ria Sharma. Well, I think it's a good call as well because they're just trying to mix it up for the Malaysian batters. They've lost an early wicket, and another wicket or two here can really put Nepal on the front foot. But it might also backfire because bringing in a spinner within the power play, and if the batters are attacking, you don't have much cushion outside the circle.
Yeah, but Ria has bowled a lot in the power play. She's got some good control, and that's the reason why Indu has gone to her. She just wants to mix it up. She doesn't want to be predictable as a skipper, Indu. It's powerfully belted. A misfield from the bowler. Long chase, and the ball wins it. The first boundary of the day. And it's come off the bat of Aina Hamiza. Continues to be the star performer. It was a brilliant strike, as you mentioned, using the power play quite well.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the safest places to hit the cricket ball. Right behind the bowler. You can't set up a field for a shot like that. Very good looking shot. Good positive approach here from Aina Hamiza.
Boundary of the first ball. Now the bowler's under pressure. That's the right approach. You've got to keep that run rate at least 6 and over. Start with the power play. Fuller delivery. Nudged away towards the mid wicket. Another dot ball.
Yes, I think it's very important for them to take it face by face and play the sensible cricket. They've already got a boundary in the over.
Another powerful strike this time. They've got a long on. Will be a single. Fuller delivery.
Yes, a tad too full, I would say. Probably a feet shorter would have been a much better length to bowl at.
Pull the length a little, few inches before where you're landing it. That's better. Turn it. Skid the ball. She's known to skid the ball. She's a little quicker through the air.
Yes, that's something we have seen in modern day bowlers where the spinners don't really turn the ball, but they just skid the ball along the turf.
Just pushed away for another single. Good sensible batting. Winifred. We saw Winifred in the previous game as well. Took her time initially and then got the fours. Built that partnership which was needed. Something similar needs to be done here. 6 of the over. Last ball coming in. Swept away. That's going to be some work for the fine leg. Looks like the ball's going to win it. So started the over with the 4. Ends the over with the boundary. Aina Hamiza. This has been a good over for them. Looks like that over given to Ria has backfired.
It's a very good looking shot. That's one of her favorite shots. The sweep shot. And full value for that shot. 4 runs to her. 16 for 1. Malaysia won't mind the wicket because they still have a healthy run rate, and if they can maintain this and scoring 5 runs in over, they can definitely get closer to 120.
You have to aim 120, 130, and then you might end up 100, 110. You've got to look for the bigger runs. Still have a lot of fire in that batting lineup. It's a young side for Malaysia. These youngsters have done well in the first game. They're coming in with a lot of confidence as Pooja continues. Pushed away. No runs.
Well, to my surprise, Indu Burma didn't bowl in the first game. Well, few of the bowlers were really struggling out there, but still she didn't came on to bowl. So I think today she might be in action as well.
And also they've got Rachna Kumari, left arm orthodox bowler. She's a quality spinner. And on the back foot, is trying to just heave it away. Going for that square cut, another dot ball.
Yeah, that was very late. The ball almost went past her when she tried to cut that ball away. So I think they have not been able to judge the pace on the wicket so far.
That's a good shot. That should be a boundary. The first one for Winifred, the skipper, says if Aina can hit the 4s, so can I.
Yes, brilliant shot there from the Malaysian captain. It was slightly on the onside, and the Malaysian batters, they love the ball on the onside. Let it be the women's team, let it be the senior men's team. They're very strong on the pads.
That was a good strike. Read the field quite well. Both the fielders are on the leg side protecting the boundary. And I like this intent from Malaysia. They lost the early wicket, but the runs being scored is pretty good. 3.3 overs, 20 for 1. You'll take that as a skipper. You'll take that as a coach as well, I'm sure. Again, off the back foot, was trying to cut that away, trying to play that late cut. This could be a little risky as well.
I think she's eyeing that gap as the third man is right up in the circle. So even a feather and you get past the wicketkeeper, you have 4 runs.
Yeah, they've got a short third there in place. Now they've removed the short third. That is another very tricky move for me. They've called in for a square leg. Mid wicket has come in to save those singles. They also have a deep mid wicket. This is tricky. Probably she's gonna bowl on the leg side, target the middle and leg stump.
Well, could be a bluff as well. It is a bluff.
It was actually a bluff. Nonetheless, no damage there. Straight towards point.
It's also a very brave call without having a third man and you bowling right outside the off stump, giving some room as well. I think the batter will be disappointed not to put that away.
Completely agree on that. Last ball of the over. This has been a good over, apart from that boundary. Okay, 2 full. Just clipped away. That'll be some work for the fielders in the deep. The batters will come back for the second. A good end to the over. 4 overs are done. It's 22 for the loss of 1.
Well, Malaysia are off to a good start here. 22 for 1 after 4 overs. They lost that early wicket. The gamble of bringing in Noor Dania into the top order didn't pay off today. But since then, both the batters have done a wonderful job. They're trying to steady the ship and build up a partnership in here. As Riya Sharma will continue.
Oh, just shot from the bowler. Wanting the second. This could be risky. Yeah, good return. Just the one. Also, I think for Noor Dania, it was a little unfair because she was facing one of the finest pacer, Kabita Kuvar. Playing with the new ball, with the kind of movement she has, it was a little tricky.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's just that the extra pace, and as a batter, you are not ready for it. Oh, that's edged away. Will be a couple of runs there. But yes, coming back to the single in the previous, the double attempted in the previous delivery, it also reminds me of Aina Hamiza getting run out in that first game. So that's the last thing they would want again.
Correct. That was completely suicidal in the first game, straight towards the bowler. And I think it was Indu Burma. Just took the bails off herself, running in. I was trying to just cut that. She's eyeing that gap between the point and the gully region.
It's again the square cut, not working well here for Winifred. She's looked very convincing when it comes to playing the ball down the ground and square.
That'll be another dot ball. And I think also for the square cut, you've got to get a little closer to the ball. She's been playing it away from the body. So hence she's unable to get that back closer. 4 deliveries, 3 of the over. Again, that square cut. A little too much on back foot, little late.
That's almost 5-6 attempts that she got on that shot and yet to connect. So I think the bowlers have also realized that that's something they can target on.
Just get that slip in for 1 delivery. Play that psychological barrier and try to dart the delivery right into the stumps. I'm telling you, that could work. Last ball of the over. She'll get the single to finish off the over number 5. 26 on the board for the loss of 1.
Yes, Malaysia will be happy with the start. Apart from that wicket, they still have a long batting lineup. A lot of youngsters, especially from the under 19 squad, players with the age of 17, 18. So it's a very good combination of experience and youth for the Malaysian side. And a change in bowling as well. It's Rachana coming from the Golden Hope end, the left arm spinner, very experienced. Surely one of the bowlers to look out for. She's someone who bowls a very tight line and length, not offering much to the batters. And Nepal will be hoping for her to do the same today as well. She will be bowling to the Malaysian captain, Winifred, on strike. Again, trying to drive the ball. It wasn't too full.
The left armer, she has been really effective with the new ball, the Super Series. Someone I highly rate.
Flighted delivery, played down the ground. Oh, risky single. A direct hit, and Winifred was out by a mile.
Yeah, very risky. That desperation for the single. See Rachna looping it quite well, as if she's inviting the batter to go for the big heave. She's got both the mid off and mid on there inside the circle. That is a little tricky with the kind of line and length she's opting for.
Much better delivery. Well, I'm not sure if that was the right idea to take those kind of singles. Malaysia don't need it right now. They have a good partnership going on. I think it's very important that they play for at least another 5 or 10 overs from here on and lay that foundation for the next batters to come in and play the natural game.
Yeah, you got to play risk-free cricket at the moment. Run rate is not bad.
Again, good bowling. That ball was slightly flatter, so good change of pace.
She's got a good max, a good bag of variation that she does quite well with. Pretty tricky bowler, Rachna.
Again goes for the flighted one. Oh, it's a drop catch. Oh dear, you need to take those. Well, the batter fell for the trap, fell for that extra loop.
Yeah, the fielding can be better. You expect higher standards from Nepal.
It was Samjana Kumari Khatka, the opening batter. Swept away, but straight to the fielder. No runs there. End of a wonderful over. Just a single and a drop catch. 27 for 1 Malaysia. And that's the end of the power play. So the field will be widespread now and straight away. A lot of boundary riders. There's a sweeper in place. Deep square leg. Long on, long off. Well, it always gives some extra protection for the bowlers. Flighted delivery that's played on the onside. An easy single. Well, Winifred is slightly slow today. 12 of 20. Whereas Aina Hamiza 11 of 14. She has been there from ball 1, but she has faced lesser balls compared to the captain.
Yeah, Winifred missing out a few. The quicker delivery, that stumping was an option there.
Yes, that will go down as another chance. The wicketkeeper not collecting it properly. Aina Hamiza dragged her leg out of the popping crease. But these are small, tiny errors that you need to avoid, especially in matches like this when you're 1-0 down in the series and you're fighting it to come back into the series. You need to take those half chances.
They missed out a couple of chances already. Dropped catches, runouts.
Another sweep shot that's beautifully played. It will race to the boundary. That's her favorite shot. Aina Hamiza in good form here for Malaysia.
Yeah, she's perfected the art of playing a sweep shot. Gets another boundary. There was no one in the deep. Placement there. It's a risky shot, but a high reward as well. 32 runs on the board already. Aina Hamiza knocking a lot of doors.
And not the best of deliveries from an off spinner as well. The ball pitching outside the leg stump. So these are easy pickings. Good looking shot down the ground once again from Aina Hamiza. This time she just gets a single. Well, 33 on the board. Malaysia will be happy. They need to carry the momentum. This time guided straight to the fielder. No runs there. Again,
a good end to the over. 6 off it. 7 overs gone. 33 for the loss of 1. Malaysia. 3 more overs before the drinks break. They'll be eyeing to get another 10-15.
Well, Rachana will continue in here. Wonderful first over. Just gave away a single. Almost caught that wicket of Aina Hamiza. Straight away, change in the field as well. There's a long on in place. Probably the idea will be to flight the ball and entice the batter to play that shot in the air. Yes, flighted. And a very good looking shot. Good footballing skills there from the fielder. Oh dear. Again, that would have been a run out. Slight hesitation there in the middle.
Well, Rachna should have been just behind the stumps. I completely don't understand why did she go a couple of steps backward. You've got to be collecting the ball near the stumps. That was an easy run out being missed. Risky. Very risky running again. Shaidur trying to convert the single into a double.
Oh, good delivery. Again, that flight, that loop in the air on a flat wicket like this. I love the speed that she's bowling at.
This is tremendous bowling. Flight on offer. Pitching it quite well. Turning it away.
This time the ball just comes back in. So she's mixing it up really well. Good change of pace, good variations as well. The odd ball going away from the right hander. Then she has that armour coming back in.
She's got a very good arm ball.
Slightly short. That could have been very, very close. Probably just going over the stumps.
Yeah, probably the height. Decisive says not out. This is turning out to be another very good over by her. Just conceded a single in the previous one. Continuously putting pressure on the batter.
Again swept away. Beautifully played this time into the gap. Another boundary here for Aina Hamiza. You cannot be bowling there to her. She will punish you all day long.
That was a poor delivery and swept away beautifully. Again, such a good player on the leg side. And with that 4, it's also going to ease a lot of pressure from her. Those dot deliveries were bothering her, but that was a gift given by Rachna. She moves to 22 of 23. And something similar has to be done by Winifred as well. She's been there for a while now. You've got to take responsibility, Shaidur.
Yes, and both the batters were out in their 20s, both playing more than 40 deliveries in the first game. And I think this match, Aina Hamiza did a wonderful job, scoring almost run a ball. End of the over, 39 for 1 after 8. So another change in bowling. It's the other Kavita Joshi, who's into the attack. Right arm off spin. Well, I think the Malaysian batters need to choose or target one particular bowler to go for the runs. Yes, they have a quality bowling attack, but you need to target someone. And Kavita Joshi could be one of them.
As you mentioned, you got to target the bowlers moving forward.
That was fired in almost like a medium pacer. Good start.
She's generally very quick. Kavita Joshi, good batter as well. We saw in the previous game, does have that ability of clearing the boundaries quite easy.
Slow in the air. Oh, another risky single. If the fielder collected that well, again, Malaysia living dangerously in here, especially in the terms of running between the wickets.
That's one area that they need to work on, is to judge where to go for the run or not. You don't want to lose a wicket. The partnership is brewing quite well.
That's aerial in the air, but will be away from the fielder. Again, Aina Hamiza almost falling for the trap. This ball was slightly slower.
There's a flighted delivery, slower through the air, not getting that too much of turn.
And it wasn't timed that well. Came from the bottom of the bat. Again, use of the feet there from Winifred.
Good fielding. Covers the skipper Indu Burma with the dive. Every run saved is a run earned. We've seen that. This is a game of margins. The previous game, victory by just 3 runs for Malaysia.
Yes, every run will count in here. It's pulled away, but straight to the bowler. Again, no timing, trying to hit the ball too hard. Winifred has not been able to take those singles or rotate the strike.
Yeah, she has struggled. It's clearly visible here. Unable to get those gap pickings. Last ball of the over.
Quicker one that's played down the ground. She'll take a single and keep the strike. Malaysia 42 for 1 after 9.
Winifred signaling for a change of bat. 9 overs are completed. One more over before the drinks break, and looks like the pacer has been called in. It's going to be Suman Bisht, the left armer. Started with a new ball in the previous game. It's pretty effective. And now the helmet will also be called in. It's the right call. Got to have the protective gear on.
There's a bit of surprise for me. Suman Bisht was in the side but still didn't take the new ball. She looked very good with the new ball yesterday when she was taking the ball away from the right-handers. And that's one thing, that the Malaysian team has a lot of right-handers in the side. So as a bowler, you don't really have to adjust to your line and length, especially when there is a left-hand, right-hand combination out there. As a bowler, you need to adjust your line and length. So that's something you don't have to do when a team is heavily relying on right-handers. And as a left-arm bowler, it's easy to bowl against right-handers.
It doesn't disturb the field as well, as you said. Winifred has to pick up the pace now. 14 of 26. Partnership is pretty good between these two. But you need better. You want a good finish. Last 11 overs, you want to target another 80 odd runs.
That's driven, but straight to the fielder. No runs there. Dot delivery to start off. Well, Malaysia have done a good job here after losing the first wicket with only 1 run on the board. So these two have put 41 runs partnership. Played down the ground. Easy single there.
Single there towards the onside. There was Ria Sharma in the deep. Sita Rana not playing today. A couple of changes in that lineup for both the sides. I think it's also Sita had that injury on her arm. Very first over, dropped catch, went on to hit her arm. Sure, that could be one reason why she's missing out today.
Again, good looking shot. Just beside the bowler. The good thing that happened today is the Malaysian batters are trying to play more straight batted shots. We have seen them playing more squarer yesterday. The previous game. But today they are playing within the V and they're looking pretty confident and comfortable out there.
They're playing those grounded shots quite well. They're playing with the straight bat, looking for the singles. Winifred.
And she's gone. What a breakthrough here. Suman Bisht gets the important wicket. And it's the Malaysian skipper who gets out. What a wicket here for Nepal. Let's have a look at that. Absolutely plumb, right in front of the wickets. Dead straight. And with that fall of wicket, we are going into a short drinks break. Well, we're back live after a short drinks break. I would like to welcome everyone at the Biomass Oval. This is match 2 of the bilateral series between Malaysia and Nepal. Nepal earlier today won the toss, elected to bowl first. And Malaysia are 44 for 2 at the end of 9.4 overs. It's Suman Bisht who's bowling to Mas Elsa, the new batter for Malaysia. Well, Mas Elsa was instrumental with the bat yesterday. The first match, she scored 27 runs in very quick time. Definitely one of the batters to look out for. Very busy cricketer. Well bowled once again. Just teasing the batter outside the off stump. Good over, just 2 runs and a wicket. It's 44 for 2. Well, Harman, I think it's very important that Aina Hamiza carries her bat through the innings because she has got the start 24 of 26.
Kavita Joshi continues. Good delivery. Nice flight on offer. Missing the edge of the bat. Aina and Marcelisa both have a very similar style of batting. Would be looking to pace out the innings for the last 10 overs. And a good powerful strike straight towards the fielder in the deep will be a single. Picked up on the rise.
There's good feeling there. That ball was travelling. Again, that sweep shot from Aina Hamiza. She has been absolutely delightful to watch with that shot. And just when Malaysia were looking to cruise on, Suman Bisht got that important wicket of the Malaysian captain. So now again they are in that phase of rebuilding the innings.
The rebuilding phase is on. Marcelisa checks that shot. Nonetheless, a dot delivery. Kavita on to her second over. Impressive spell so far. Just conceding 4 runs. Another dot delivery. Quicker. Darting it in.
Yes, smart bowling there. Good change of pace. Just surprising Marcelisa with that extra pace there. This is good stuff here from Kavita Joshi. Well, Harman, again coming back to that square cut, we have seen so many batters attempting that shot but not being able to score runs of it. So I think that's something they can really work on.
I'm sure the coaches will be taking a note of that. And will want to have some special drills with the players. Another dot delivery. What an excellent over. She's just conceded a single of it. 11 gone, 45 for the loss of 2.
Yes, it's overs like this that can really change the momentum of the game. Suman Bisht giving away just 2 runs in a first over. The very next over, Kavita Joshi bowled just for 1 run. So that's 3 runs of the last 2 overs and a wicket. Just slowing down the runs, just stopping the momentum going towards Malaysia.
It is these overs that can bring back the run rate. Powerful strike, but excellent fielding there. Sliding effort from the skipper Indu Burma.
Indu Verma is one of the best fielders in the Nepal side. Absolute live wire out there.
And also the outfield is pretty lightning fast. The groundsmen have done an excellent work. Loud appeal. Narat says the umpire. And this is good bowling. Using the angle quite well. Suman Bisht.
Yes, a very good over. Every dot delivery here will be crucial as it adds on more and more pressure.
And don't forget 3 more overs of Kabita Kumar.
Yes, it will be very crucial that the batters at least try to take some singles and doubles and rotate the strike. Well, it hit the stumps at the other end. Unfortunate for Aina Hamiza.
She's a good powerful striker. You can see that she's been using the quite power that she's got. But unable to get the runs, as you mentioned. A little unlucky there. These dot deliveries will now start making the batters a little panicked. They will make those wrong shot selection. Should only be a single. Oh, good diving effort. It's Kavita Joshi. Shot fine. Leg by signal.
Well, brilliant stuff there from the fielder, Kavita Joshi. I think that's the type of effort that really lifts the spirit of the team. So as a fielding side, you need to back your bowlers up. Again, it was sliding onto the pads. Not a good delivery, but you saved the runs.
Turning out to be another very good over for Nepal. Last 3 overs, runs have dried up for Malaysia. And that fine leg region has been busy. Just another single. Marcelisa gets off the mark.
Well, she's still on not because that was signaled as a leg bye. But the thing that I've noticed that the Malaysian batters have really struggled against the short ball. Anything short of length, anything to cut or pull, they have not done justice. So that's one area they can work on. That's played away on the onside. Another single. Well, Nepal won't mind the singles here. Only 3 runs of that over. One off the bat after 12 overs. It's 48 for 2. Well, Harman, 48 for 2 at the end of 12 overs. What do you think will be the final score?
I think the run rate has dropped quite significantly in the last 3 4 overs. I feel Malaysia might just end up with 90 or 95 on the max on the board. That's a good looking shot, but again, that square leg in the deep. Just allow the single.
Yes, I think the Nepal team did quite a bit of homework as well. They have identified the strength of the Malaysian batters and put the fielders at the right areas.
And off the back foot, trying to go for the square cut again. This time a wide signal. And with that wide, the 50 is up. What's your prediction?
I still feel Malaysia can score 100 and more, especially with those two batters out there. But yes, they need to bat well. They need to bat well, especially against Kavita Kumar, who will be coming in the later part of the innings. But yes, with that extra pace, if you are smart enough and if you can use the pace of the ball, you can score some quick runs as well.
You got to bat really well. You got to bat on the merit against Kabita Kuvar. Another powerful strike, but belted straight towards the fielder Indu Burma. She's like a wall today. And I'm sure the skipper said that in the post match as well in the previous game where you were there, that they will make a strong comeback, and it is visible.
Yes, and I think as a captain, you need to back your players up and you need to be confident and positive, irrespective of whatever results goes. So I think she's a good character, very strong.
Yeah, she's strong minded, carries herself quite well as a leader. Oh, brilliant delivery again, that flight. Aina Hamiza. Well, this is the kind of delivery that you want to be playing over covers. That's a vacant area. So I feel they're not quite using the field. They're not reading the field quite well.
Beautifully driven there. Just a run. There's a sweeper in place. Well, Kavita Joshi, she went for a boundary in her very first delivery. And now she ends her third over, giving away just 8 runs. So what a comeback from her.
Been a good comeback. 13 gone, 53, 52 for the loss of two. I beg your pardon. Suman Best will continue. She's been mighty impressive today. The way she's bowled. And using the angle quite well. Inside the tram line will be a dot delivery. And that wide length is not easy to execute, Shaidur. A little error might be resulting in a wide. Good start.
Yes, but as a batter, you need to go for the shots as well. Just allowing the bowler to settle in, it's not the right idea, especially when you're in the 14th over and you have 8 wickets in hand.
That's pelted down the carpet. And that will be a boundary. Beating the two fielders, bisecting the gap. That's the shot you were looking for. Aina Hamiza.
That's absolutely brilliant. Look at that, coming from the middle of the bat, right past the bowler. The fielders had no chance whatsoever. Dissecting both long on and long off. Brilliant shot from Aina Hamiza. She moves on to 32 of just 40 deliveries.
But she's lacked support from the other end. Somebody else had to pick up the pace. Winnie Fred was quite slow. Similar story with Marcelisa today. Another good strike just over the fielder. She did get a hand to it. Was a tough chance. Was Indu Burma.
Yes, a tough chance there, but she got there, got her hand to it, but just couldn't hold on to it. And yes, Mas Elsa, she has been very slow today, 1 of 8. Very unlikely of her. We have seen a wonderful innings from her in the first match.
Again, that angle is troubling the batters. It's another dot delivery well inside the trim line, Shaidur. You got to get a little closer. Try to just use a little bat. Just play that behind the keeper. It's a vacant area. Just use the pace of Suman.
Yes, I think it's also about the foot movement. The feet are not going towards the pitch of the delivery. So as a batter, you need to reach out.
Now that's going to be a wide. Told you that wide length is not easy to execute. She's done quite well in the first 3 deliveries, but this time misses the trick a little.
But this is smart bowling. She's targeting that area and she has been very consistent throughout the phase of these 2.4 overs that she bowled. Targeting that line outside the off stump.
But the third is inside the circle. So Marcelisa needs to be smart enough to just push it behind. Again, not getting close. It's like her feet are cemented to the wicket. Not the dot ball. You get closer to the ball there. You just don't. And you can see that frustration on her face. 10 deliveries, just the single.
Yes, I think she realizes the importance because Aina Hamiza is batting really well out there. All Mas Alisa needs to do is just to score singles and get her on strike. Oh, and she's gone. What a delivery there from Suman Bisht. And the ball rattles into the stumps.
Now that is timber for you. A wicket. As Suman Best was continuously bowling quite well. She's been impressive and gets the wicket as well. Marcelisa struggling today. That has costed the wicket. And over in control. Onto the leg stump. 58 for 3 after 14 overs.
Again, that footwork will be questionable. Not the best of deliveries, but the feet just not moving well enough. And another wicket here for Nepal. They're getting back into the game strongly. Malaysia were looking good at the end of 9 overs. They were 44 for 1. And now we're into the 14th over, 58 for 3. So they have preserved the runs and taken the wickets as well. So a lot of credit must go to the Nepal bowlers here.
Suman 3 overs, picking up a couple of wickets for just 9 runs. Last 6 overs, they've just scored 12 runs. Shaidur. So this is something that you don't expect in a game of T20. Rachna continues. Rachna in for her 3rd over, 2 overs. Mighty impressive, none for 7. As Aina is still there, she's been joined by Mahira in at number 5. Another good clean striker.
Yes, Mahira Izzati, she can bat. Good off spinner and a very good batter as well. But it's not easy, especially when you're going in a pressure situation where you need to score quick runs.
Especially against some quality bowling. Just inside the trim line. Flighted delivery. No signal from the umpire. Gets away with that. It's a close call.
So a lot will lie on the shoulders of Aina Hamiza right now.
Brilliantly bowled. Slower through the air. Turning away from the batter. Another dot delivery. These dot deliveries need to change. You got to. In the previous game, if you saw, Malaysia kept on ticking the scoreboard. Today they have failed to do so.
Yes, match 1, there were not too many boundaries. We have seen a lot of boundaries today, but then it's the rotation of strike which was missing. And I think it's a classic example. When you rotate the strike, you score 4 to 5 runs per over, you can easily get to 100.
Yeah, that's something. And you don't let the bowlers get comfortable. Even if you get 4-5 singles in an over, let's say just 4, you've got 4 of the over, and then there's one poor delivery where you can score that boundary or a 6. Another brilliant delivery. Mahira defends it back to the bowler. Another very good over from Rachna. Didn't play the first game, and I was surprised to not see her in that playing 11. The kind of bowling she did in the Super Women series as well. Plays that on the onside. Will only be another single. Samjana in the deep.
Yes, I think Nepal are just trying to check the bench strength as well and giving opportunities to the newer players to be trying to fit into the side. I think it's very important in a series like this where you have 5 matches. Yes, every match is important.
Going for the aerial route. Just get the single as Pooja patrolling the boundary in the deep. 3 singles of the over, 15 overs gone, 61 for the loss of 3.
Well, finally, it's Indu Burma. She's taken the ball in her hands. And I think it's a good option as well. The captain bringing herself on. It's a pressure situation for the batters where the runs have really dried up. Aina Hamiza, she was batting on 22 of 23 deliveries. And now she's on 35 of 45. So it has not been easy, especially with the way that the Nepal bowlers have bowled.
And Burma also deciding to roll her arm. The skipper was quite upset after the first game. It was quite general.
Yes, and it also shows the character of the players and the passion and the hunger for the game. That's pulled away. Again in the gap. Beautiful looking shot there from Aina Hamiza. Couple of runs. Well, coming back to that point, I think Nepal, as a cricketing nation, has grown over the years, and we can see that level of maturity in the players and the passion. Of course, the game is worshipped in their country, the fans especially. I think they have done a wonderful job.
Yeah, wherever they play, their fans make sure that they reach and support the team, be it the World Cup, be it the Asia Cup, or any of the bilateral series as well. I was there in Hong Kong a couple of months ago. The finals was played between Kuwait and Nepal, I beg your pardon. And let me tell you, that ground was filled by Nepalese fans.
That will be a wide. Well, not the ideal start here for Indu Burma. It's given away 3 runs of 2 deliveries. Can Malaysia get a good over here? Probably 10 runs of this over.
They should be targeting that.
Good delivery. Again, right up there in the block hole. She's mixing it up. Good change of pace as well.
And Yorker length. This is excellent stuff. Excellent cricket. Indu Burma. She'll be happy with the way the bowlers have pulled back. First 9 overs were quite dominated by Malaysia.
Again, driven down the ground for a single. Well, Nepal won't mind the singles here.
So one more thing, Shahid. Today, the doubles have not come in. In the previous game, we saw a lot of doubles between Winifred and Aina Hamiza. And then even Marcelisa and Noor Dania gave them that finishing touches.
Good use of the feet. Mahira Izzati played it in the gap. Well, could have been a second. But Aina Hamiza just turning it down. Yes, absolutely, Harman. I think you're right. We haven't seen too many doubles in this game. And especially in those middle overs where Malaysia really accelerated in the last game. And today it has been the complete opposite. Good delivery. Good end to the over. Just 5 runs of it. Indu Burma will take it. It's 66 for 3. Well, Harman, I think Kavita Kowar will not be bowling her 4 overs because we are already into the 17th over. She has 3 left. And right after the first over, she wasn't looking that fit. Probably that's the reason Indu has opted her out of the bowling attack because she needs her A players to be there on the long run.
Yeah, I think so. She was injured while bowling also in the Super Women series, and she was taken off. I reckon that could be one reason. They might have tried her for one over, and she would have complained that I'm not on my 100%. That's a good reason to not continue and not use her, because you want to use her services for the later end as well.
Good use of the feet that's played down the ground. Again, Mahira Izati is looking confident out there, not afraid to dance down the track. And I think it's a good ploy, especially in the last few overs of the innings. Someone has to put their hands up and take the attack to the bowlers. Again, beautifully driven, but no runs there.
That desperation for runs visible, looking for that risky single. No signs of Rubina either today with the ball. Generally, you see her bowl 1 or 2 overs here and there.
Well, this Nepal team has a lot of surprises. She could be in the next over. You never know. She came into ball in the 18th over in the first game as well.
And also, it's a good problem for the skipper to have so many options to opt for.
Yes, I think that's the requirement of the modern day cricket. That's aerial, in the air, and in the gap as well. Well, again, running between the wickets. That could have been a double. They only went for a single.
Yeah, when you want to get a double, you run the first one very hard. They were very casual with the first.
Let's cut away into the gap. Another single. Another silent over. Just 3 runs of the 5 deliveries. Malaysia are losing their way. Preserving the wickets will not be the key here. They have to score runs. They have to score quick runs here.
They're losing the plot here. You need at least 110, 120 on this wicket. It's a good surface to bat on.
That was hit hard, and Indu Verma did well to get the sting out of the ball. End of the over, 4 runs of it. It's 70 for 3. Well, Harman, you were talking about 95 runs. I was betting on 100, but it seems like we might have a score which is much lower than that, unless something magical happens here from the Malaysian batters.
Last over for Suman Bisht. She's been mighty impressive. 3 overs, picking up a couple of wickets for just 9 runs. And her middle overs have pulled things back for Malaysia. The runs haven't really come up. Soaked in a lot of pressure.
Good looking shot, beautifully driven. That's in the gap. They will run for the second. 2 runs there.
That's a good intent. Through covers. Picks up a couple of runs. Aina moves to 42. She'll be eyeing the 50.
Another good looking shot. Just a single. Well, ground fielding has been really good from Nepal today. Three runs of 2 deliveries. And this is very good stuff from Suman Bisht as well. Into her last over, 12 runs and 2 wickets. She will be bowling to Mahira Izati. It's pulled away on the onside. Just a single.
Just the 1 run coming in. Another good over. 74 on the board. That run rate of 4.23. Another 26 runs from here gets you towards that 3 digits, which looks quite a tough task from here. It's a tall task.
that hit the stumps at the other end once again. Aina Hamiza, unfortunate. That was a good looking shot.
Lucky that she didn't get a hand to it for the batter. She could have been caught out of the crease. 75 on the board for the loss of 3 wickets.
That will be a wide, another extra. Well, extras might hurt Nepal at the back end of the innings. They have been very good with the line and length, very consistent, very disciplined. They slashed away straight to the fielder. Oh, direct hit, and she would have been gone. Desperate dive there from Aina Hamiza.
That was a good dive though. A direct hit could have been a very close call. They'll get the single. 17.5 overs, 77 on the board. Aina's on 44, looking for that 50. She's batted quite well. Also, the last delivery for Suman of her spell.
That's heaved away on the onside. That's in the gap. They will be running for the second. Yes, making it easily. 2 runs there. That's the end of the over. 79 for 3 Malaysia. And that's the end of the spell as well for Suman Bisht. 4 overs, 18 runs and 2 wickets. Brilliant spell from the left-arm bowler. Well, Aina Hamiza asking for a drink. It's hot and humid out here at the Biomass Oval. And she has been there from ball 1. So definitely it's going to take a toll at her fitness levels as well. But so far she has batted well. 46 runs from 58 deliveries. Meanwhile, it's Kavita Joshi who will continue. 3 overs, 8 runs. A phenomenal job with the ball. When she came in, Malaysia were batting well, and then she dried up the runs with a change of pace. Good use of the feet, played down the ground, just a single. Well, I think that's what Mahira Izzati needs to do. Score a single at least of every delivery.
Keep that scoreboard ticking. 80 on the board. Try and get towards another 15, 20.
Oh, that was aerial and just over the captain.
I believe she has misjudged it. Trying to go with a single hand. Should have been taken by both the hands. It is a drop chance. It was the skipper Indu Burma.
Oh, that was a dangerous shot. Too close to play that sweep shot. And again, the change of pace. That ball was bowled much flatter. On the board, Kavita Joshi. Oh, that's a full toss. That's a no ball. Well, you cannot be bowling that. So far, Kavita Joshi has been very good, very disciplined. But now this will give the license for Aina Hamiza to go for the big hit. And can she get to her 50 with a big blow? Definitely she will be swinging her bat at it. Here comes the free hit. She goes down the ground. Oh, just a single.
Moves on to 48 with that single. Still have a couple of deliveries remaining. Can Mahira try and squeeze out a boundary? You want 100 at least on the board. Another drop catch. The keeper did have a chance there, Ruby Porter.
Well, that was casual. Very casual from the wicketkeeper. Kavita Joshi won't be impressed. That's the second catch in the over. That's swept away, but straight to the fielder. Quick run there, and she's run out. That was suicidal. That was the last delivery of the over. I wonder why would they run. But it's Mahira Izzati who departs. Malaysia loses another wicket.
That was a casual run out there, straight towards Kavita Kuvar. She's got a brilliant arm. Easy work there for Kavita Joshi. As Mahira departs, they are 84 for the loss of 4 after 19 overs of play. Last over remaining, and looks like Kavita Kuvar is going to come in from the Golden Hope end. So change of end for her. She started from the Nigara end with the new ball and will close out the innings from a different end. Shaidur, do you think anything under 100 is something that the bowlers can fight with for Malaysia?
Well, it's going to be tough, especially looking at the wicket, and with the sun out, it's only going to be more batting friendly. But you need to be smart and play with the variations and the change of pace. We have seen how smartly the Nepal bowlers have bowled.
And also, we've seen at the toss, it's a no-brainer. Any captain that wins the toss elects to go for a bowl first on this kind of a wicket, or generally any wicket in Malaysia. I've seen a lot of captains celebrate winning the toss.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a no ball. Again, casual from the wicketkeeper and smart running as well. This will be another free hit for Aina Hamiza. And Ariana Natasha is the new batter for Malaysia. A good inclusion in the side as well. She's someone who can bat and bowl that left arm quickies. So definitely one of the bowlers to look out for. So a free hit coming up. Aina Hamiza batting on 48. Can she get on to 50? She cuts it. Well, decides not to go for the single. I think that's the way it should be. She should face most of the deliveries, especially in the last over. Just 5 legal deliveries to go, and you need your best batter to face most of it.
She's batted really well. As I said earlier as well, she lacked the support from the other end. She needed someone to step up with her.
Received away on the onside. Will they go for the second? No, just a single. She moves on to 49. So now it comes back to Ariana.
You just can't risk it against a fielder like Ria. She's got a very good arm. She's a brilliant all-rounder to have in the lineup.
Again down the leg. Well, each and every extra run here, it's gonna hurt Nepal because these are freebies. They had things under control, but we have seen few odd deliveries in the last couple of overs, couple of no balls, couple of wides. Oh dear, straight to the fielder. Well, Ariana, you need to get a single and get back Aina Hamiza on strike.
Also, instead of hitting it too hard, just nudge it and go for that quick single. Because you have the fielders at the edge of the circle. Make use of that.
Again, wild swing and a miss. But they will still find the single. Again, the wicketkeeper not at her best. That's something you need to work on. As a wicketkeeper with the gloves on, you need to save those runs.
Generally, she's one of the finest wicketkeeper in the Nepalese side. Has somewhat struggled throughout the day.
Aina Hamiza on 49. That's beautifully driven, and that will be 50 for her. Her first international half century. And take a bow, Aina Hamiza. What a knock. Played under pressure and took the responsibility. And she's still out there, 50 not out of 63. The last delivery of the innings coming up. Use of the fade. Again a miss. And they will snatch the single. And with that bye, Malaysia will end up with 91 runs. It's 91 for 4. So Nepal will need to score 92 of their 20 overs. Well, it shouldn't be that difficult for them. But they need to bat well, especially going against that Malaysian bowling attack. So Nepal will be happy. They won the toss earlier, putting in Malaysia to bat. And the bowlers did a wonderful job restricting Malaysia to just 91 runs in the 20 overs. They've only got 4 wickets, but then they've done a wonderful job stopping those runs as well. Aina Hamiza being the only lone ranger or warrior who scored 50 runs not out, was there from ball 1 till the end. So we will be heading into a break and we'll come back with the Nepal chase. Please stay tuned.
Welcome back, viewers. Time for the run chase. 91 being put on the board by the Malaysian women's side. And 92 is the target for Nepal. Let me remind you, the first game was won by Malaysia by 3 runs. So they do have the lead in this 5 T20I match series. And 92 isn't one of the biggest targets there. Malaysia at the toss said that they wanted anything over 100 to 120, which is always an ideal score. It's a good track to bat on. You've got the 2 openers, Samdana alongside. You've got Ruby Powder. And alongside me in the combox, we've got Shaidur. Welcome back to the combox. Welcome to the run chase.
Thank you, Harman, and a very good morning to everyone. There's wonderful scenes here. Bright and sunny day. Perfect conditions for cricket. It's Malaysia. We'll need to bowl well, and it's Aina Hamiza who's taken the new ball in her hand. Here comes the first delivery. Wrapped on the pads, and she's gone. First delivery, and Malaysia got the wicket. It's Aina Hamiza who gets the breakthrough, and what a start here. Absolutely brilliant.
Samdana goes without troubling the scorers. No runs on the board and a wicket down. A dream start for Malaysia. Just what they wanted, picking up early wickets. Nepal right under fire at the moment. No runs on the board and you've lost a wicket, chasing 92. And if you pick up early wickets in the power play, that 92 will start looking like 120, 130 perhaps.
Yes, just what the doctor ordered. Aina Hamiza getting a 50 and getting a wicket with her very first delivery. What a day for her. She was good both with the bat and ball in the first match, and she continues to impress. Brilliant start here for Malaysia. And it's Kavita Kuwar. Well, she can be dangerous on her day as well. Anything in her arc and she will punish you.
She's an attacking batter. That's the kind of brand of cricket she plays. Just a couple of overs with the ball. Oh, 2 and 2! What a dream start! Aina Hamiza gets the stumps rattled up. Kavita Kuwar goes without troubling the scorers as well. And Nepal are not for 2 wickets down. What a start!
Aina Hamiza, you absolute beauty. What a delivery. Going through the gap of the bat and the pad. And she rattles into the stumps. That's 2 out of 2. Aina Hamiza on a hat-trick. Let's have a look at that. Oh, in swing. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a start here for Malaysia. Nepal in deep, deep trouble. And in walks Pooja Mahato. What a pressure situation. Who would have thought? Only 91 runs on the board. And the start that Malaysia gave is absolutely unbelievable.
Well, this is a new brand of women's cricket for Malaysia under the esteemed leadership and coaching of Mr. Dave Watmore. This is the first series under him. And let me tell you, the girls are all pumped up. She's on a hat-trick. Pooja Mahato in at number 4. No runs on the board and a couple of wickets down. Dream start for any bowler.
Yes, hat-trick ball. I would have liked to see one slip coming in place. But Malaysia going on a defensive approach. There is a deep mid-wicket. I wonder why that fielder is outside the circle. Here comes the... it was close to the stumps. Cut away.
Pooja waiting for that to come onto the bat, played it very late, and that's the way you play that late cut. Get closer to the line of the ball. Shows the experience of Pooja Mahato. She's a brilliant batter, but a big responsibility on her. Even in the previous game, that partnership between her and Rubina Chetri was very important.
Good delivery once again, just flirting around the off stump, teasing the batter.
Good stuff. Just the kind of bowling you want with the new ball. Put pressure on the opposition side. That's exactly what Aina Hamiza is doing. Starts with the bat, starts with the ball.
Well, you need to give a lot of credit to her. She was there since ball one. That's pulled away, but there's protection out there. Just a single. Well, she was batting for the entire 20 overs and then straight away taking the new ball, coming into ball the first over. Hats off.
Well, that's professional cricket for you. They do this for the senior team. Ruby Porter will be on strike for the first time in this contest. Just the one run on the board, couple of wickets down.
Good delivery, right on the money. This is good stuff. Just one run and 2 wickets in that opening over. And taking the new ball from the other end will be the player of the match in the last game, Noor Dania.
Did you notice something? Both Aina and Noor Dania started with the bat as well. Now are the opening spell bowlers as well.
Yeah, that's a dream for any cricketer, isn't it? You get to bat on early, get the new ball in your hand as well. That's what we all desired for in our childhood.
I was about to just mention that that's something that we always dreamed in gully cricket or even in our coaching camping days. Is when you get to bowl full 4 overs and you get to bat for the entire 20 overs.
It was a short delivery, a single for Pooja Mato. Well, coming back to that point, I was fielding for the whole 40 overs in my childhood.
Well, no, I used to be a complete all rounder as well. Started off as a medium pacer. So, yes, I used to get middle overs, and as a batter, I used to always be an opener.
Again, short of land, not the best of starts here from Noor Dania. Usually, she's someone who likes to bowl the ball much nearer to the batters. Oh, again, just sliding on. That just skidded off the track, probably just hitting the shinier part of the ball. And that's what can happen on a flat track like this. Again, slightly short of length. She's just pulling the length back.
And with the bat, they were short by 20, 30. I think picking up those early wickets, they've regained that. It's all about not getting carried away, not getting complicit, pick up another wicket or two.
That's beautifully cut away. Oh, good fielding there. Desperate dive. She saved a few runs there.
Absolutely brilliant. That was excellent finish to the over. Just the 2 runs. Noor Dania continues her tight overs. 2 overs gone, 3 for the loss of 2.
Well, it was Amaline, the fielder on that occasion, just came into the side. Well, she could be a very handy bowler as well for Malaysia. Someone.
She picked up a few wickets in the YSD Superwomen Series. Was the player of the match in the very first game that she played. So yes,
I think it's a good pick. It's a good change to make. Aina Hamiza will continue here. Fuller delivery, just drifting down the leg. That will be a wide.
yeah, you'll need a little control on these extras because you've been putting a lot of pressure on the opposition side. Just giving those extras might just hamper their opportunity of getting the runs as they know that one run has come in. You've also got an extra delivery. Here, try and bowl stump to stump. Get a wicket. Get one more wicket inside the power play. Perhaps 2 would be cherry on the cake.
Yes, I think wickets will be key. Again, brilliant fielding. It's Mas Elisa, one of the better fielders in the side. Didn't had a good outing with the bat.
You can always cover up in the field and with the ball. She's a good all-rounder.
Oh, that was a fuller delivery, very close to the bat. Well, the batters are showing some sign of frustration, trying to go after the bowlers. That's what can happen to you if you concede too many dot deliveries.
Completely, that will happen, and it is visible. You can see that the batters trying to go for the rough shots. Excellent bowling from Malaysia.
It's short, pulled away, but the Malaysian captain will keep it down to just a single. Well, Harman, it's just 5 runs on the board. We're into the third over, but still the required run rate has not crossed 5 runs. So it's not about the run rate, it's all about wickets.
It's all about preserving wickets and keeping that scoreboard ticking. And both Pooja Mahato and Ruby have a lot of experience. They have batted in a lot of situations similar to this, so they'll be a little calm and composed.
Use of the feet, just dancing down the track, but that will be a wide. Yes, I think Pooja Mahato just fits into the situation. She's someone who has a great temperament and very technically sound as a batter.
She flows like water. It's a sign of a leader as well. Captaining the under-19 side, has played a lot of junior cricket, now into the senior team as well. Prominent member of that lineup.
Oh, that could have been a chance. Right through her hands, Aina Hamiza. It's not easy, but these are those moments that you need to convert those half chances.
You got to convert those half chances, get another wicket. That was good of the back foot punch coming in from Pooja Mahato. Her wicket is going to be the key because she silently trickles the scoreboard, takes the game deep. She can trouble the bowlers of Malaysia.
Again, dancing down the track. That's beautifully played in the gap. That will be a couple of runs.
These 2 runs and these 2 batters, that's all you require at the moment. Not getting any risk elevated shots. You've already got a lifeline, Pooja. 10 on the board for the loss of 2. 82 the requirement, not a big ask in this format. If you have wickets in hand, Shadur.
Yes, that's right. And I can see the field set. All the players are at the edge of the circle. Oh, that's beautifully played down the ground, over the infield. Couple of bounces and into the ropes. What a shot there. That will ease some nerves. Pooja Mahato scores a boundary of the very last delivery. That's an expensive over, 14 for 2. That's in the air and in the gap as well. Back to back boundaries here, this time coming off the bat of Ruby. It was there in the arc. Not the best of deliveries from Nurdania. And finally, Nepal shifting gears here. 2 boundaries in the last 2 deliveries. That's short and wide, but a good looking shot. No runs there.
As the Malaysian women's side, they'll be wanting the batters not to get comfortable. With that boundary coming in for Ruby, who was struggling to get runs. Not only here, even in the YSD Malaysian Super Women's Series. You don't want the batters to get comfortable. You got to be dominating them.
And that will be a wide. And that too, after getting 2 wickets for no runs on the board, I think Malaysia are losing the plot in here.
As I said, you don't want to get complacent. You still want to keep fighting. There's still 8 more wickets required.
That's cut away. Oh, beautifully fielded. Got a hand to it. That ball was traveling to the boundary, and I think the fielder did extremely well to get a hand to it. It's Idina Bay Nabil, another youngster coming in from the under 19 squad.
The ground fielding has been impressive so far. In those 3.3 overs, I would say they've saved at least a couple of boundaries.
That's Ariel. Oh, just over the bowler. Again, a checked shot. Pujamato didn't play it full fledged.
She was not in control of that shot. Just that chip in the air. Probably a mid on there would have been a wicket number 3.
Good delivery, much better delivery, good line and length. And we haven't seen much of variation so far from the Malaysian bowlers. They're just trying to do the basics right in here. But in a low scoring game, you need to do all your tricks, especially when you need wickets, and that too right up front. End of another over, it's 21 for 2. Well, a change in bowling. It's the Malaysian captain coming from the Negara end. Fuller delivery driven straight to the fielder, no runs there. Well, interesting change here, Harman.
You've got to keep rotating your bowlers, and the skipper had an impressive outing with the ball in the previous one. It was her and Nurdania's overs that pulled things back in the favour of Malaysia.
Slightly Fuller played down the ground. Again, she also has the knack of bringing the ball back into the right hander.
And also, she's trying to target the stumps. That stump to stump line is very important. You want the batters to make that slight little error where you can trap him in front of the stumps. Trap her, I beg your pardon.
That's Ariel, and oh dear! And a simple catch dropped. Well, could that be the game that Malaysia dropped?
Well, she not only dropped the catch, but you also got to blame the bowler. Should have been behind the stumps. There was also a run out opportunity, but Pooja was nowhere there. This is not a catch drop. This probably could be the match dropped. That run out was an opportunity.
There's absolutely two opportunities going down in the same delivery. Again, Fuller delivery straight to the fielder. Well, how costly will that be? Only time will say. But for the time being, Malaysia are losing their grip over the game. Well, even a direct hit, and she was still miles away from the crease. Dancing down the track. Oh, just over the infield. That will be a boundary. Good looking shot there from Pooja Mato.
Well, if you give her a chance, she's going to make you pay for it. And that is rubbing salt on the wounds. Brilliant striking ability. Dancing down the track. All she knew was to clear the infield. And she does that quite comfortably in the end. 6 of the over. Talking about that run out. Vinny should have been behind the stumps. Shaidu, there was ample time.
Well, I think she was in disbelief that that type of a catch could be dropped. Well, it stays that way. End of over number 5. It's 27 for 2.
Last over of the power play. 27 for 2. There were no runs on the board when they lost those 2 wickets early on. It's going to be Asia into the attack. Another change from Winifred. Should have got the wicket in the previous over. Dropped catch and a missed run out of the very same delivery for Pooja Mahato. 65 from 15 overs. It's going to be a single down the carpet. Comfortable looking 1 run.
I think the Nepal batters are very comfortable against pace. We have seen them struggle against the spinners. And I think that's the ideal way. Take the pace away from the ball and push them to work for their runs.
Straight driven, but towards the fielder. Nurdania. She's been mighty impressive as well. Was the skipper for the winning team, the Southern Jaguars, that won the YSD Malaysian Super Women Series. Bowled really well, batted terrifically. Inside edge. Good change of pace from Asia.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go for it. They need to change the pace. We have seen a lot of variations from the Nepal bowlers. So that's something the Malaysian bowlers can work on. And they have a lot of bowlers in their side, a lot of all-rounders who can chip in with the ball. So I think it's time to make those continuous changes.
Pushed away on the onside. There is a fielder. You need those silent overs here. That asking rate needs to go above 6 if you want to put that pressure on Nepal.
Yes, absolutely. And going back to the first innings, Malaysia were 42 for 1 in the 9th over. And from there, the spinners took over, dried down the runs, and the game just went away from them.
Pooja is on the attack mode. She knows this is the last over of power play. Another good looking shot. Might just not reach the boundary, but will get her a couple of runs. 2 more added to that scoreboard. You can see that 62 now needed from what seemed like a very, very precious situation. Now things moving quite comfortable for Nepal.
Yes, when you're just chasing 92 runs to win, the margin for error is very minimum. So 1 or 2 good overs and the whole complexion of the game changes.
Driven powerfully for another single. And I told you, you need to get rid of Pooja if you want to win this game. She can silently take the game away from you. 6 overs gone, end of power play, 31 for the loss of 2.
It's Winifred who will continue here, the Malaysian captain. Created that opportunity in the last over, was let down by the fielder. Well, they still have bowlers like Amaline, Ariana, Natasha, who can bowl. So they're not lack of options. But as a captain, you need to think where to implement and where to bring in the right changes.
Good looking shot, but straight towards the fielder. No runs on offer. Need plenty more of those dot deliveries, those silent overs, wickets. Malaysia want to pull out a victory from here.
Yes, and I'm a bit surprised with the field setup here. All the fielders are at the edge of the circle. You're not defending 150 or 200. It's all about the match awareness because you need to close down the singles and put some pressure on the batters, and with each and every dot delivery the pressure will pile up. That's how cricket is not only about skills, it's also about the mental strength, the psychological effect.
The single trickled away on the onside, and that's the difference between the first innings and the second. That singles and doubles that are very important when you can't get the fours and sixes. It's all about playing it down the carpet, keep that scoreboard ticking. That will not let the run rate go up. You can see it's still under 4.32. We started with 4.44. Still under control.
Yes, and they are scoring at 6 runs per over, even after losing 2 wickets in the very first over without a single run on the board. So they've played some risk-free cricket, just rotating the strike, being sensible. I think they have also realized that the fielders are at the edge of the circle, so they can just nudge the ball around and score runs.
That was a good delivery. Yorker hit back to the bowler. As you said, they've been scoring at 5, 6 runs and over. They've been picking those boundaries as well. They're waiting for that one poor delivery, which every over does come in. It's not easy for a bowler to bowl all 6 deliveries on the spot. Another good looking shot, heaved in the air, although there is a deep mid wicket. Dania has been kept busy.
And again, a good shot there, good intent shown. Both the batters are trying to be positive and just play their natural game. They have not taken the pressure on themselves. They soaked into the situation well.
And a dot ball to finish off the over. 3 of it. After 7, it's 34 for 2 with 58 to win from the last 13 overs.
Well, Malaysia will be searching for a wicket here. Can they find a way to get one? That's in the air and in the gap as well. Good looking shot. They're running hard, but it will just be a single. Ariana doing a good job there.
Good work in the deep. The way Pooja has been batting, 20 of 22. Ruby's got 11 of 19. Another good shot through covers. There will be some work for Dania. Does quite well to get there. Just a single allowed. The ground fielding has been impressive. Apart from that one drop catch.
But that could be the deciding factor, isn't it?
Catches win you matches, Shahidur. It's a very old saying. Goes from a very long time. Loud appeal. Narad says the umpire probably was the bat involved.
Well, again, just losing her shape on that shot. Ruby Poddar trying to pull the ball on the onside. And the ball slightly kept low as well. We haven't seen much of that today. So far, it has been a true wicket to bat on.
It's been a good wicket. Good fielding onto her own bowling. I believe it's a wicket that helps both the bowlers and batters. If you bowl well, you hit the deck hard, you bowl in the right areas, there is some purchase for the bowler also.
Yes, it's a good test of skills. So whoever is doing the right thing and following the process, I think will come down as a winner. Good looking shot, just one bounce to the fielder. Again, both the batters are trying to be expressive, trying to open the arms and take the attack to the fast bowlers.
Shahidur, I haven't seen Mas Elisa bowl. Someone I saw in the Super Women series do quite well with the ball. She did pick up a few wickets here and there. She could have been used for an over or two.
Well, I think it's also the fact that she hasn't bowled in international cricket for quite a while due to injury and all. So I believe she's still in the phase of recovering, not only physically but mentally as well. Good looking shot down the ground once again. Oh, slight misfield. And she does well to keep it down to 2 runs.
Brilliant effort in the deep, saving the boundary, saving a couple of runs. End of the over, 5 of it, 39 for 2.
Well, it's Noor Alia Batrisha, another young player, just 17 years of age, making her way into the Malaysian side. Didn't get an opportunity to bowl in the first game, but definitely has the skills. And making her debut in such young age, I think it's a proud moment for her. But yes, it's a pressure situation, and if she can pull off something magical here, she could be remembered for years.
It'll be the right kind of a start into the international career. She does have the skill set. That's going to run away. No, good fielding. Excellent there. Diving to her left. That was absolutely brilliant.
But brilliant stuff there from Ariana Natasha. Well, she could be one of the bowlers to come into the attack as well. So far, the captain hold on to her, but then she's doing a great job in the field.
Yeah, you do have a few overs of Noor Dania also.
That's a couple of runs. The low full toss. Well, Noor Alia can definitely bowl. You can see that slingy action.
Now the requirement under 50, 49 to win from 11.3 overs. Required run rate of 4.26. And there's the wicket. Cleaned up. Wicket number 3 as Ruby Porter departs. And that's the first international wicket for Noor Alia for the senior team. She was looking good but trying to go for that cross-batted shot, costing her the wicket.
Well, first international wicket here for the youngster, Noor Alia. Well, it shows the trust that the captain has in the youngster as well, bringing her on in a tough situation, and she delivers for Malaysia. Let's have a look at that. Coming in with the angle, hitting the off stump. She removes Ruby Podar, and in walks the Nepal captain, Indu Barma. So two of the most experienced batters out there. I think it's this pair that can cause the damage to Malaysia. So they will need to get another wicket or two in here. What a moment here, Harman. The youngster, first wicket for her in a very first over in international cricket.
It's a dream moment. Not wasting much time before getting that name towards the wickets column. As you mentioned, wickets were needed and they've got that one wicket, the important wicket. The partnership of 43 has come to an end. Another very sensible batter walks out, Indu Barma, the skipper. She defends it back to the bowler.
Good bowling here. And straight away you can see the excitement. She's running off to her run up, but that can also make you lose out of breath. So as a youngster, sometimes you get carried away. I think it's very important that Winifred have a word with her. End of the over, it's 44 for 3. Well, 48 to win. Harman, what do you think?
Well, 11 overs, pick up another wicket or two, get a few silent overs, less than 4. Game on then. But you need to get rid of Pooja Mahato. 24 of 25. She knows when to accelerate her game. If she stays for another few overs, I assure you this game would be done in 16th or the 17th over on the max. So you got to get your A top class bowlers in. Try and pick up wickets. Get in Noor, Danya. Winifred could have an over as well. She's done the right choice to bring in Danya back into the attack.
It's Mahira Izati.
Mahira again. The confusion between Noor Danya and Mahira continues for me.
Well, they look alike. But yes, both are very experienced. Mahira Izati and Noor Dania. Noor Dania being the younger one, but she has played a lot of cricket in Malaysia.
Age is just a number. Shahidur. Another good effort from the fielder. Did get a hand to it, although will be a single coming in. Almost halfway stage. What is your prediction? Who's going to be the winner?
Well, Nepal definitely looks to be the favourites right now. 7 wickets in hand, the required run rate, and they have two very good batters out there. But you never know, cricket could be a very funny game at times and very cruel as well.
I think in this T20 format, it's all about that 1 or 2 good overs for either side that can be the game changing moment. You have a good over with the ball where you pick up a couple of wickets. The bowling side becomes the hot favourites then. Third delivery of the over. Okay, nice flight on offer. Bowling a first over, Mahira.
Well, Malaysia were around the similar score at this stage of their innings. It was from that 10th over that they lost that wicket of Winifred where things changed.
In bowling too full through covers, that's a brilliant strike. Will be a couple of runs as Winifred cuts it off.
Again, very good looking shot there from the Nepal captain. Driven through the covers, dissecting the fielders. And I think she realizes that there is no sweeper out there. So the moment she beats that infield, she's going to get runs through the offside.
Another single. The bowler did get a hand to it. Did reduce the pace. 49 on the board. Sensible batting. Getting those ones and twos.
Well, that could be the difference between the two teams. You see how easily they have gotten 5 runs off the over. That's all they need.
The first inning slowed up after the first 10 overs. Pooja again playing down the carpet. Sensible, smart. A single to finish off. She's got the 6 of the over. 10 overs gone, halfway stage. 50 on the board as well for the loss of 3 as we head towards the much needed drinks break.
We're back live at the BAYUEMAS Oval after a much needed drinks break. So the players are hydrated and we're at the halfway stage. Nepal 50 for 3 after 10 overs. They need another 42 runs to level up the series 1-all. It's a bilateral series between Nepal and Malaysia. 5 matches. We have already gone through one. Today is the second. So a lot to play for. That's flicked away on the onside in the gap. They're running hard for the second. Oh, mix up. Well, a better throw there and it could have been very close. Bit of yes and no between Indu Burma and Pooja Mahato. Good delivery. And excellent running between the wickets as well. Very quick on their feet. They're keeping the fielders on their toes. It's a very smart pair there. Pooja Mahato and Indu Burma. Noor Alia Batrisha on the other hand. What a wonderful opportunity for her to make her way into this Malaysian squad. Playing her second match. Match 1 she was not able to bowl. But today she has taken a wicket in her very first over. Bowling with a lot of heart. Indu Burma on strike. Just nudging in on the offside. Easy single. These are easy runs here. The Malaysian fielders are all at the edge of the circle. Every time the ball hits the bat, there's a run on offer. So I think that's definitely something that the Malaysian fielders can work on. They need to be on their toes and close down those runs. That was slightly short and that kept low as well. Well, a decent over, but still 5 runs taken. That's all Nepal needs right now to score singles. That will take them home. Beautifully driven through the covers. Again, good fielding in the deep. But they can't stop the second. 2 runs there, 7 runs off the over. It's 57 for 3 after 11. Well, Malaysia desperately needing a wicket here. It's Mahira Izzati who has the ball in her hand. Winifred losing options here. Well, she still has Amaline and Ariana Natasha, 2 bowlers that she can bring into the attack. Try something different. Pooja Mahato on strike. Look at that, just nudging onto the onside. These are easy runs. No pressure whatsoever.
Looking easy from here. Just the 34 more to win. And I would say Malaysia have lost the plot. They started really well, but then the attack mode was not there. The bowlers got carried away. They felt like now we are moving towards the win, but not to be.
It's a flighted delivery, full toss, swept away, and a boundary here. These are welcome runs for Indu Burma. Again, not the easiest of shots, but it's a low full toss, and she put that away in style.
There was a poor delivery sliding down on the leg as well. Easy pickings for Indu. She looks like in a hurry to finish off the game. Get home as soon as possible. And much needed for them, that win. After that setback in the first game where Malaysia were the winners. With this win, now the series is even Steven. 1-1 as we head towards the third T20I that will be played tomorrow. Things will get spicier, I would say.
Much fuller, right up there in the block hole. Good delivery there. Oh, beautifully played. What a good looking shot. That's a brilliant strike. Right through the covers.
Well, that was exceptional timing and placement on that one by the skipper Indu Burma. Just that tad bit of width outside off. Plunges it away. 66 on the board. 26 more to win. Second boundary of the over. Mayura just seeking the pressure in. Leaking runs.
Well, 9 runs of the over. Make it 10. Easy as it gets. Risk-free cricket. Very smart batting from both the batters.
10 of the over. One more delivery remaining.
Again, beautifully driven, but this time she finds the fielder. Well, Nepal are inching close to their victory. 67 for 3.
From the last 48 deliveries. Required run rate of 3.12 with 7 wickets in hand. Nepal have done quite well after being 2 down with no runs on the board. As Winifred, the skipper, comes in for her third over, none for 9. She'll be a little disappointed when that dropped catch of Pooja came in on her own bowling.
Again, a simple tap on the offside and a single. It's getting easier for them. Well, I think it's the time for them to bring in their premier bowlers. I would have liked to see Aina Hamiza coming back into the attack, because keeping the good bowlers when your team is defending a small total, I think it's not the ideal option. And so far, the Nepal batters have looked very comfortable against the Pacers. And look at the stats. Pooja Mahato, she's batting on 30 of just 33 deliveries. So not too many dot deliveries. And the captain, 19 of just 14. She was the one who really stepped onto the gas and accelerated.
Just another 23 to win from here. Pooja Mahata has to be given all the credits. The way she batted. She came in when there were no runs on the board. They were under pressure, but she played those ones and twos so calmly, picked up the wrong deliveries, hit them for fours, and built the innings.
Another good looking shot. So far, there has been no pressure, especially on this pair. The two batters just milking runs in their partnership of 27 of 24. And they've got their boundaries on the odd occasion as well. So it's not only about the singles and doubles. Oh, that's aerial. There's a field out there, but it's away from the fielder and will be a boundary. Another boundary here for Pooja Mahato. Slightly aerial, not afraid to take the aerial route. Desperate dive there from the fielder. And now Pooja Mahato moves to run a ball. 35 of 35. Again, beautifully driven straight to the fielder. Oh, slight hesitation there in the middle, but I think that's a good call not to go for that run. Being sensible. 7 runs off the over. It's 74 for 3. Well, it's no Danya coming back into the attack, coming from the Golden Hope end. Change of ends for her. That's a beautiful looking shot, but there's a sweep out there. Marcelisa cuts it down just to 1. Good looking shot once again. Both the batters are looking very confident and very positive. They're putting on a match winning partnership in here. That's heaved away on the onside. That will be a boundary. That's put away in style. It's Pooja Mahato once again.
Well, Pooja Mahato is the difference between the victory there. Look at that shot. Stand and deliver. She didn't even move. The confidence that she brings in. And the way she's raced on to 39 from 37. Shaidur, sensible, top class. And that's the quality of what Pooja brings on table.
Yes, absolutely brilliant. She was good with the ball, and now the way she has handled the pressure coming into bat at a time when the team was 2 wickets down for no runs. In fact, I think she's done a wonderful job here.
Now it's just a matter of finishing the game. 13 to win from here. It has been a comfortable victory, which looked like a tall task at the top. And those first 2 deliveries were bowled in the second innings.
Well, it was lined up to be a very close one, especially with those 2 early wickets. But then the way Nepal batted, I think they have been phenomenal. Well, the umpires are having a word. They're just going to check.
It looks like the keeper has been claiming that hit the stumps. And yes, that did hit the stumps. So there's a wicket coming in. Pooja, who is batting so well, has lost a wicket. As it will be 79 for the loss of 4. A brilliant knock comes to an end. Run a ball 39 for Pooja Mahato. That has almost sealed the game for Nepal.
Well, she has done the job for the team. 39 for her, and it came in good time as well. 39 deliveries. Well, a little too late, I would say, for that wicket. But Malaysia will still be delighted to see the back of Pooja Mahato. That will bring in another experienced campaigner out there, Rubina Chatri, the only centurion in the squad. Top score of 118.
Rubina, she likes to close out the innings.
Flighted delivery, and she gets off the mark straight away. Well, a wicket here for Noor Dania. So it was a good change from the captain. But like I said, you need to bring in your A bowlers much earlier.
Yeah, too little, too late. Just 12 more to win. Indu's got 21. She's batted really well, 21 of 16.
Yes, I think it was her innings that really allowed Pooja Mahato to play her natural game, not putting any pressure. She didn't play too many dot deliveries, scoring more than a run a ball. That will end the over. It's 80 for 4. And finally, it's Aina Hamiza. Well, again, another late change here. Just 12 runs needed. And Malaysia still keeping the fielders pretty widespread, not putting much pressure, especially on the new batter. So Rubina Chatri has just walked into bat. Look at that. Simple as it gets. She gets a boundary, I guess. Oh, the ball just stopping in front of the boundary. Well, it has been a very good outfield, very fast, but on that occasion, the ball just dying before the ropes.
Didn't quite get the power onto that shot. She just nudged it, used the pace of the bowler. Just 10 more to win from here. It's been a good, sensible run chase after losing two early wickets. Nepal have done quite well.
Powerful hit through the covers. Well, those were the type of deliveries that the Malaysian batters were missing outside the off stump, slightly short of length, trying to cut the ball a little too hard. And these two shots from Rubina Chatri, she's just showing them how it's played with ease.
Absolutely. They tried a little too extra.
Good solid defense there. Again, coming from the middle of the bat. Indu Burma looking very confident out there. And if Nepal get there today, they'll level up the series 1-all. So a lot to play for. Still have 3 matches to go after this. We have another match lined up tomorrow, 10 a.m. local time. Again, played through the fielder. Oh dear, misfield.
For Malaysia now, it's all about taking the game as deep as possible. You just want that run rate to not get in effect, which doesn't really matter, but would matter at the rankings of the ICC. Those points will get fluctuated, so you want to take it at least till the 18th or 17th over.
Yes, I think it's the margin of defeat that matters as well. So even a couple of wickets here will be very handy.
Yes, that points will get a little difference with wickets falling. Just a matter of couple of fours from here. If you see from the point of view from Nepal.
Yeah, 2 good shots, and that will be the end of the game. Again, beautifully driven. Look at that, how easily they are batting. There's no pressure whatsoever for the batters. That will end the over. 5 runs of it. It's 85 for 4.
Just the 7 more to win from the last 30 deliveries. Hindu has batted really well, took the captain's responsibility alongside Pooja Mahato. As Dania will continue, 3 overs, 1 for 15. Player of the match in the previous game. What do you think went wrong for Malaysia, Shaidur?
I think it was the middle overs. especially when Mas Alisa was batting. 10 deliveries, 1 run, and which also put a lot of pressure on Aina Hamiza as well. Her score rate went down as well, and in those 6 and 7 overs, they hardly scored 10 runs. So I think that's where they lost the momentum, and what looked to be an easy way to get to 110, 120 was just reduced to 90 runs. So they fell short by 20, 30 runs. I think that's where the game was gone.
A lack of picking up singles and playing way too many dot deliveries. Bina Chetri, senior member for the Nepal women's side, was a former captain as well. And then Hindu Burma, the youngster, she took on the responsibility of the skipper from the senior team member.
That's beautifully cut away in the gap. Another single. Well, singles will do here for Nepal. But a good over so far, just a couple of runs.
That's the quality of Noor Dania. She controls the batters. She doesn't give away much runs. The economy of less than 6 or perhaps less than 5 is what she bowls with. In the previous game, she just gave away 9 runs, picked up 3 wickets, bowled the very important 19th over, which led to their victory. That silent over from Noor was very important. And of course, the last over from Aina Hamiza was magical.
Oh, that's swept away straight to the fielder. Quick run. Not the best of throws. You need to throw it straight to the wicket keeper.
Now it's just the boundary and a single. I will seal the deal for Nepal. It's a comprehensive victory. Not chasing a big target. They've been very sensible after the hiccup that they had.
Watchfully played. Well, they are in no hurry whatsoever. And I think it's a good time for Rubina Chatri to spend some time out there.
Oh, looking for that single. This could be a run out, but they've missed it. Winifred there covers that single. Rubina will keep the strike. 88 for 4 after 16. Just the 4 to win from the remaining 4 overs.
Well, that was a terrible mix-up. 2 batters on the same end. But Winifred just couldn't gather the ball. Aina Hamiza will continue in here. Driven down the ground. Single. So Nepal are just 1 hit away. 3 runs required. 6 wickets in hand. Well, it has been a one-sided affair so far. That's driven into the gap in style, and that will be the end of the game. The captain of Nepal finishes it off in style to seal another victory here and level up the series 1-all for Nepal. Nepal beating Malaysia comprehensively by 6 wickets. A good display both with the bat and the ball, and they will be delighted with how the team performed today. Malaysia went off to a good start during their batting and then with the ball as well, taking those 2 early wickets. But then it was Nepal who came out strong. Malaysia went into bat first, scoring 92 runs. Aina Hamiza getting her first international 50. Suman Bisht taking 2 wickets. And in response, Pooja Mahato top scoring with 39 runs. Hindu Burma finishing it off with 27. Aina Hamiza once again taking 2 wickets. Noor Alia Batrisha 1 wicket and Noor Dania 1 wicket as well. So Nepal won this game with 6 wickets in hand. So that's the end of the game. So we will join you from the post-match presentation, where my fellow commentator Harman will be there. really well. But the last 10 overs, do you think you played a lot too many dot deliveries, didn't get those ones converted into doubles? Is that something that you have to work on?
Yeah, I think today the ground was a bit slower because it was wet and moist. Because yesterday the rain was whole day rain, so we also missed out in which we could take double, we took single, and which we could take single, we didn't take runs. So that is where we lost our runs, and we just need another 20 runs on the board, and we'll give them a good fight.
The series is now level. All the best for the next one.
Thank you.
Well, that was again the disappointed captain from Malaysia. Next up, we'll have a quick chat with Indu Burma, the captain from Nepal. Indu, good batting, good all-round performance. No runs on the board, 2 early wickets fell, but commendable by the batters, especially Pooja, and the way you came in afterwards was excellent.
I think, yeah, our girls has played a brilliant in 3 departments, whereas our bowling side also excellent, where girls were bowling in good length and good area. So I think we all the girls will play really good.
Your spinners are commendable. First 10 overs, they batted really well, but after that, you pulled back things quite well to restrict them to just 91.
Definitely, our plan was to restrict them below 100. So our bowler also doing their job excellent way. So I'm very proud of my girls. Yeah.
1-1, and now all the best for the next one.
Thank you so much.
That was Indu Burma. Next up, we have the player of the match. Few notable performances. Pooja Mahato getting 39, bowled well as well. Aina bowled really well, got her 50 as well. And then we had Indu Burma 27. And to present the player of the match, we have the match ref, Mr. Suresh. Can we please have you, sir? And it goes to, no surprises, Pooja Mahato. All applause for her. Pick up the medal, Pooja. Strike a pose for the photograph as well. Pooja, quick chat with you before I let you go. You came in when your team was having no runs on the board. Were you under pressure?
No. That time I have that confidence that I can do for my team, and I feel very happy and grateful to receiving this award, and so grateful that we make our Nepali peoples happy, and I'm blessed that I did my for my team.
Yeah, the first game was a little hard for you guys. Not the result that you had hoped for. But this win is a pretty good one. Now the series is 1-1. What do you look forward to in this?
Yeah, we definitely for upcoming matches we make win for our team, and I just want to thank to my captain, my seniors, and coaches, all of our whole team because they support me a lot. They every time they told me like you have that capability to do for team. So yeah, I'm so happy.
All the best for it. Get those match-winning knocks for you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was the player of the match. She's a genuine match winner, and that's also the end of the post-match presentation.